We're gonna do a good old-fashioned clean with me. I had been gone for 3 days, and when I came in, it was 91 degrees in here. So I turned all my air units on and then kind of cocooned in my bedroom until the rest of the house cooled down. So we're gonna just kind of tidy up this stuff. I don't know how that made its way on the floor. Clean up all that, and then just do some basic essentials. It's kind of a weird mess, isn't it? All right, but let's get to it. Hello, y'all. I hope everybody is doing well. It is Tuesday night that I'm doing this narration because I'm waiting till the very last minute. But the house was actually not that bad before I got home. My house can stay clean if I'm not in it. I'm the problem. I come in, and instead of taking stuff straight to where it belongs, we just, throw it there on the desk and pull stuff out of the way and just flippity flop it everywhere. Usually though, my messes look a lot worse than they actually are. I would like to say that's kind of, sums me up, that I'm not as messy as I look. No, that's probably doesn't sound right. It's probably the opposite. I'm more of a mess than I look. Who knows? Anyway, it doesn't matter. I was trying to be silly and come up with something clever there, and I don't think I did. I think I somehow managed to insult myself even worse. But anyway, most of the time it usually does not take me very long to clean up the mess, because it's just stupid, silly stuff. Which you could argue that it would take me even less time if I would just clean up as I go along. So I don't know if we'll ever get to that point. A lot of times too, and I used to get super irritated, and I still do, when people talk about the correlation between your house and your mental health. Like, I know that. I think everybody knows that. Just kind of like eating and exercising and feeling better and losing weight and all that. Like we know that. Yeah, sometimes, you need that reminder of, hey, you'll just feel better if you get up and make your bed, and it's just one small thing will turn into the whole butterfly effect and all that. And yes, sometimes we do need to hear that, but sometimes it's also like, I know what I need to do. I know that I need to just get up and do it, or I know that I need to put this plate in the dishwasher. So, but in the heat of the moment, I don't know, that stuff gets lost. I don't know where I was going with that. I think I just went on a little bit of a rant. So, long story short, it doesn't take me long to clean up my house and to put it back together. And it wouldn't have taken me near that long if I had just put the stuff up when I walked in through the front door. But like I said in the beginning, it was literally 92 degrees inside my trailer when I came home, and I was not interested. Now, not right here when I'm cleaning. This is after the air had been on. I think this may have been the next day. I don't remember what I said in that. But when I came home from Jeremy's house, like I said, it was literally 92 degrees. I went to the back bedroom. So did Harry, my dog. And we just stayed in there because the air conditioning unit takes like 15 minutes to clear the room or to cool the room up, and the rest of the trailer, it takes a while. Now, once the air's on and it's going, I've got a little fan, and I've got a good system going through it. This trailer will stay very, very comfortable. I don't play with the heat, y'all. I don't like it. I'm in perimenopause, and the hot flashes are no freaking joke. I do not like being hot anymore. So I've got the trailer to where it's really comfortable. So I don't think it was this day. I think it was the next day that I had off. Whatever day it was that I filmed the house tour, I decided that I needed to change my living room and move it around. It was a really ridiculous idea. And I honestly wasn't going to keep the couch the way that I had it until you guys all commented on how much you loved the furniture and loved the way it was arranged. And I don't know if it was the power of suggestion or what, but now I am really liking it. It makes the living room feel more small, but when you're actually sitting on the couch, it's very cozy. And then it makes the kitchen more open. So I'm definitely going to keep it like this for a while. So I try not to use my bipolar as an excuse. If you're new here, I have bipolar 2 disorder. And you guys, I got to turn my phone off because it's going off in the back. And it's a constant, my house is a constant reminder of what mood I'm in, and I'm already hyper aware of of like how I'm feeling anyway, and I overanalyze it, and it's really hard to just be in the moment. So that is something that I am trying to give myself some grace with, not an excuse to be messy. I do not ever want to use that as an excuse. But there are some things that happen, or ways that I feel, or things that are directly because of that. So it's been, I do have to make an extra effort. Like last night, I had stuff that needed to be done, and I had to do it. So I made myself do it. I was exhausted, and I just wanted to go to bed, but I still got it done. And and just like tomorrow, I have to get my house back in order, because if I don't get it back in order, it's gonna just get even worse. So I guess that's what I mean by I'm like sick of hearing about mental health and the state of your house. It's not that I don't believe it. It's like I freaking live it, and guess I'm tired of that. Not the living part. I just meant the cleaning and being like, oh well, my bedroom's a mess, so I guess that's the beginning of a mood. And I could look at it. I need to just kind of change my perspective and be like, oh hey Erica, you know what? Maybe you ought to take a step back, or maybe it's time that you need to just be on the lookout. So I guess it's just a matter of perspective. I didn't mean for that to take such a negative downward spiral, or whatever the word is. Funny story, you guys. I got really obsessed with Raisin Bran cereal with the crunch. Um, and without getting too into detail, bran will do something to you. So I don't recommend eating like 2 or 3 bowls of cereal before you have to go to work. So yeah, there's that too. So it's been a little bit of a couple weeks for me. I don't know if it's been a couple weeks. It's been about a week, but I'm looking forward to some stuff I've got coming up. So yeah, and I'm looking forward to fall. I know most people get irritated, and I'm one of them, when I start to see Christmas out too early, or back to school, any of that stuff out too early. But Halloween out, I'm so excited. We started getting our Halloween candy in, and yeah, it's the end of July. It's ridiculous. I will even give y'all that. It's way too early for Halloween, but it's never too early for Halloween for me. So I'm really excited. I know in Saturday's video, hopefully I will show you guys my new pajamas that I bought from Walmart, as my birthday present to myself. I'm really, really excited. So yeah, I'll do a little show for y'all. That didn't sound right. Little, what do you call it? Fashion show. Yes, I did mean it right. I'm trying to decide if I want to go try and do like a thrift store challenge. I need a dress for this weekend. Well, I don't need a dress. I have plenty of cute little dresses, but I thought about trying to maybe test myself and see if I could go to the thrift store and buy just one outfit. But it may not be the best time for that. So I was going to do a whole separate video for the outdoor stuff, but I decided not to. I may end up at some other point putting it all together. But I finally got ahead and stained my porch. Jeremy pressure washed everything for me. And I think I showed you guys that last week, or who knows, who knows. But yeah, I went and stained it. And the last time I stained it, I got a really rude comment about why I didn't roll it. And it was not as simple as why didn't you roll it. There was some other there was a whole another thing with it. But anyway, I like staining with a brush. I'm not that great at it, but I like it, and I love staining, like, because it's such a drastic change. So it's the same stuff I used on it last year, and the same stuff I used at the old trailer, and I love the way it turned out. It is a little off, like it didn't go on quite even, just because the ground's really not that level. But I like that cute little quirky look, so I was tickled with it. If I'm here next year, I think I'm going to do a little flower bed. I don't know if I'll do it right here or not. I probably am going to do it on the other side of the trailer. Have to find some plants that do well in shade, because the side yard's just nothing. And I am very blessed. My neighbor, their nephew mows their lawn, and he mows mine all the way up. There's not a lot of grass to mow anyway, but it's fantastic. So I just have to take care of my weed eating. But as you guys saw in the thumbnail, which we'll get to here, there was a leak in the ceiling. That also happened. I We think what happened was the gutters got filled with leaves from the couple storms we had, and then my neighbor's a tree fell on the back of the trailer. When I say tree, I don't mean like a whole tree. I mean like half of it, and it wasn't as bad as it sounds. But we think it may have poked a hole. We're not quite sure. And by we, I mean Jeremy, because I really don't do anything but hand him tools. So he's fixing that this week. You guys are going to see a couple clips of that here after this. Now, normally when you see me fold my clothes, it's the end of the video. Not in this case. I actually did film an outro this week, just because my video was super short. So yeah, like I said, a lot of this footage is just real mismatched. Oh my gosh, it was so hot this day. I think it was almost 100 degrees. It really didn't take me that long, but oh, it was miserable. I was in the shade, so it wasn't too bad. But I love the way it turned out. So we've got a leak in the ceiling. And what are you doing, Jeremy?
Cutting the leak out, or cutting the bad part of the roof out. And I'm gonna figure out where it's leaking from.
We're gonna do tile ceilings down this, but first he's gotta figure out obviously where the leak is. And we're gonna put the flooring or the ceiling that we put up in the living room down in here. We kind of figured this was happening anyway, but ooh, is that bad?
What?
I was curious. That doesn't look. Ooh. Do you need me to hold the bag?
You can't hold it while you're recording.
Well, I'll turn this off here. How far down does it go?
Right there.
So he's gonna pull the insulation out and then fix the leak that's in the roof. And then we'll go from there. This is how I rearranged my living room. It's really messy because we just got back from the pool. And I gotta put this together. Let's take a look. See how wide the kitchen is. Jeremy is fixing that. Fixing the ceiling. Okay. Usually this would be the end of the video. However, I've got like a 6-minute outro after this. If you're wondering why I'm folding clothes in a dress, it's because I had just got home from work and Jeremy was on his way to pick me up and we were going to go do a date night. But I decided I had enough time that I could at least get these clothes folded and get out the door before he got here. And I did. I had just enough time to do that. I don't even remember what we did. Funny thing is, I love this little dress. I got it for $11.99 at Walmart. And I've got a whole little set of these dresses. Every time I put them on, I hear Gretchen Wilson in my head. Every time. And then it's stuck for the rest of the day. I don't even know all the words. But I just remember her line about buying stuff on the Walmart rack half price. Walmart's got some good clothes. But anyway, like I said, this is not the end of the video. There's some stuff that, like an outro just to me talking at the end. So I'll let you guys enjoy the rest of this. Alright, y'all. I'm looking a mess because we went to the pool and my hair's still wet. And it's been a day. So, you guys saw, I showed you guys the couch and stuff in the living room and the kitchen, and it's just a mess in there. I don't know what's going on. I've been feeling like just really off lately, and I've been kind of like down in the dumps, and it's just nothing really triggered it. I don't know if I'm going through, one of my moods or whatnot. But I don't know. The ceiling happened last week, and Jeremy's getting to fixing it. I don't know how bad it is because he's the one doing it, and I feel bad. But that's just how it works out. He's coming back out tomorrow, tonight's Tuesday that I'm filming this. And he's going to seal the roof. And then we're going to go by the floor. I keep calling it flooring. It's the complete opposite, the ceiling, to go down the hall. And then I've got some tiles picked out on Amazon that I'm going to order. I'm really excited about it. Maybe I'll put it down here somewhere you guys can see, or I don't know if I did or not. I probably didn't. Okay, so we went to the pool today. I worked today. I worked it was my last day of 6 days in a row. I'm off tomorrow, which I'm really glad about. And then we're going to Waverly this weekend, which I'm super excited about. So it's my birthday weekend. I'm going to be 42. I'll finally be 42. This whole year I've spent saying, I'll be 42. I don't know why I didn't say I was 41. Like, it even sounds weird saying that. I guess I've got issues with the year 41 that I'm unaware of. But anyway, so that's what's going on. Some of this footage I think I filmed like 2 weeks ago. And then there were some other shots that I threw in. I don't know. I was trying to remember what was going on. I know I'd been gone a couple days. But I can tell when I'm not feeling that great by the state of my room. That seems to be my tell-all. And that is, it's messy. I think it's really messy. And I've been coming home from work and just being so exhausted that, like, I can't, it feels like a struggle to do anything. If you're new here, I have bipolar 2. So I was diagnosed actually almost a year ago. So anyway, this is new territory for me trying to figure out what's going on. So I don't know, that could be it. As you guys can see, we went off our diet. I did really well there for about 2 weeks, and then I don't know, Jeremy and I are terrible for that. And it's I have to say, this is one of those things, like, I've been very blessed that I was able to stay at home for so long. So I was able to manage my diet and my exercising better. And now working full time, I don't know how anybody does anything and has a life. Like, I don't know how you work and are able to hold and I know I've said that a million times on here, and you guys are probably like, well, you just do it, or, you know, all of you that have been doing it for years already. I'm new to the game. I'm new. This is just, and it's, whew, like, I get it. I get it now. Like, I thought I got it before, because, you know, I'm not putting down staying at home with the kids, because that's exhausting, and it's 24 hours and there's never a break from it. But I felt like I had a little bit more control over my schedule, and now I don't feel like I have control over anything. I just, like, I have to get to work and I got to take care of Joe, and everything else just gets stuck on the back burner. And I'm also hyper aware of my moods now too, so that probably doesn't help. Like, I never know. I'm like, and it's sounds dramatic, but it is exhausting having to pick apart how I feel. I'm like, do I really feel this way, or is this just the bipolar, or, you know, am I really upset about this, or am I just having a cuckoo moment, you know? And I'm not making fun. There's just lighthearted words that I use to make myself feel better, so I apologize if I offend anyone. But I'm really looking forward to this weekend, because I'm hoping it'll be the reset that I need. So I'm okay, you guys. You can really see how things are by the state of my house. So tomorrow, my day off, I'm going to go and clean the house and just really enjoy sitting around. I did that the other night too, and I felt a little bit better. I went to Jeremy's house and stayed the night, and I didn't do anything when I got there. We laid in bed and watched TV. Oh, you guys saw. And ate snacks. I made a conscious effort that I was not going to do anything. Which normally you would think in these situations you would make yourself do stuff. And that is usually what I do. The problem is I don't ever like you guys have seen, I don't take a break. I just keep going and keep going and keep going. And now I'm making an effort to take a break and kind of pause. I think it was last night. I had to push myself through to do my school stuff, my coding. But I did really well. And I made myself, I'm like, okay, we're going to, you know, I'm going to do this many assignments, and then they're going to be done, and that'll be good. So I'm chipping away at it. But anyway, so that's what's going on here. I added this in because I felt like the video was super short, and I like to have a little bit more content, but it's just this been what it is this week. So, but tomorrow, I don't know if I'm going to film cleaning tomorrow or not, because we already had a cleaning video, but who knows, you guys might see it. But I'm going to focus on resetting myself and resetting this trailer. Because between that and the bugs, You guys, I cannot get these bugs are crazy. We've set bombs off. You guys have known we've set bombs off in and out of the house. It's just ants right now. I went outside yesterday to get the weed eater, and this is outside. And I didn't realize it till after I set it down, because, you know, the weed eater kind of shakes, so you don't really feel it. I was covered in hundreds of ants. And then there was a snake in the yard, which that's not an insect, but at least these were outside. I can deal with the insects outside, but the ants and the flies, I guess where I have to open the doors so often, and I don't know, and that the flies get in through the air conditioner units where I've got these window units. So I've got one of those electric swatters, and they're just everywhere. But I guess that's trailer life. It doesn't have to be. That's really just living by the river life. All right, but anyway, all right, enough rambling, because I feel like I've went down a rabbit hole, yeah. But I'm doing this weekend. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be great. Tomorrow's going to be the kickstart. I know I've got to go back to work for 2 days, but it'll be okay. We also had a big, we call it company. The higher ups and stuff are coming into the store, so everybody's all up in airs. Is it up in airs or up in arms? Anyway, we had a lot of stuff to do at the store, so that was always a little, that makes the tensions a little high. All right, so I love you guys. I hope you are having a blessed one, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.